Something strange could be lurking in the deep waters off Vancouver Island. Some people around Victoria say they have seen a sea monster. This creature of the deep has been dubbed the Cadborosaurus. Bob Iverson lives right by the water in Cadboro Bay. He's lived there since 1984 and he's seen all sorts of the usual sea creatures. But when he was sitting on his patio in the summer of 1997, he saw something he had never seen before.
It was very flat out there. The water was just like a mirror. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden out there on the other side of the kelp bed, up comes these four big tires, what looked like great big truck tires. They just come straight out of the water. Then they went down. Then they came up again, and then they went down. I'm scanning the water, trying to see what it was, and it was gone. And then I saw it again. See the green buoy out there? It's a long way out. Almost out to that, they popped up again and were gone. That's all I saw.
A couple of years later, he contacted Jason Walton, who is the vice president of the British Columbia Scientific Cryptozoology Club. Jason has talked to many different eyewitnesses over the years and says there are a number of different types of sightings of the Cadborosaurus.
Some captains of boats have reported animals that have suddenly stretched 12 feet up in the air, where you have a head and neck come up and then it just goes straight down. And some are just the head, some are just the loops.
Jason describes the animal as long and serpent-like with flippers and a large head shaped like a camel. He's had sightings reported of them being over 60 feet long. According to Jason, people have been seeing this creature for a very long time.
Well, these things have gone back so many years that there's petroglyphs, hundreds. I don't know if it's not necessarily 1,000 years old, but as long as the native people have been living off these shores, they've seen it. There's actually an island that's a tiny little island. They call it the Island of the Serpent.
While First Nations people have their own names for the creature, the name Cadborosaurus, or Caddy for short, comes from a newspaper article printed in the Victoria Daily Times in the 1930s. With so many sightings of the creature over the years, why hasn't anyone proven the existence of Caddy? Jason pointed out that there's lots we don't know about the deep ocean.
I think as human beings, we look at the ocean and we see the surface of the water. We really don't see what's underneath, and there's a lot more underneath than there is on top. But I know with the trenches and the depth of the ocean, I think anything's possible. I think the facts look very good for Cadborosaurus. I think as far as these mystery animals all over the world, Caddy ranks pretty close to #1 for the amount of evidence that's come in and the amount of good evidence with the pictures.
Jason has cameras set up around the Greater Victoria area in hopes of catching video footage that will prove without a doubt that the creature exists. But for now, no one can say for sure whether the Cadborosaurus is lurking in the deep.